It's a calm, peaceful sight, isn't it? That is the Ohio River. And across the bridge over there is Indiana. I am in Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky, to be exact. Going to explore the city today. I'm going to head to downtown in a bit, which is right over there. In fact, you can see one of the buildings, their tallest skyscraper, kind of poking above the bridge there. But I had to stop here at the river. The historic Ohio River. Because I saw this boat. Looks like it's hauling gravel upriver. What a job, huh? Can you imagine being one of the guys that pilots that ship? That would be a nice line of work to be in. Relaxing cruises up a beautiful river every day. It's a pretty cool bridge, isn't it? Anyhow, yeah, I'm just sitting here for a second. I love watching these things. I've zoomed in now, get a closer look at that boat. At what looks like a dream job. As he churns up the very brown Ohio River. Still, it's quite beautiful. Pretty nice day here in Kentucky. It's supposed to rain, but it's not. We got some sun. So hopefully it'll be a good day for me exploring and visiting the places that I'm going to. That is pretty cool looking. I'm on Main Street in Louisville, Kentucky. A lot of renovated turn-of-the-century buildings on this street. It's really beautiful. Let's see. There's the newer part of downtown. I'm going to head that way, but I wanted to take a look at some of these really old buildings. They look awesome. Love this kind of stuff. There are several striking statues here in Louisville. This is one of them. A gigantic bat that just leans against a 5-story building, which is a museum, the Louisville Slugger Museum. But, you know, it's well known that the best baseball bats are made right here in Kentucky. So this makes sense. That's really cool too. You gotta admit, that's really cool. Alright, I had to get another quick look at this bat. It is really big. That's a 5-story building that it's leaning against. Sort of. I love it. That is awesome. As a homeless guy walks in front. Anyway, yeah, that is really neat. Is that how I should put it? Neat. Now this is another striking statue in downtown Louisville. Not everybody's enthralled by it. Some consider it tacky. It is a 30-foot replica of Michelangelo's masterpiece, Statue of David. You can't miss it, that's for sure. 30 feet tall. You look at it and you go, man, what is it made out of? Rock? You know, marble? Wood? Nap? He is made out of foam. That's right, foam. That's been painted gold. So yes, it's a little tacky, a little campy, but I love it. That's the kind of stuff I really dig. Campy Americana. You can't beat it. All right, I'm gonna head on deep into downtown, see what else I can see. This building here is the Grady Hotel, and this plaque signifies that it's one of the small luxury hotels of the world. So, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Unfortunately, that building is empty. There's a boarded up Mexican restaurant. Next door to it is the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience. And in case you're wondering, I'm in the shadow of some of the, or a couple of the tallest buildings in Louisville. I'm gonna walk down the street here and give you a couple of facts about the city. The city of Louisville was founded in 1778, named after the French king, King Louis XVI. Little known fact, 33% of all the world's bourbon comes from here in Louisville. It's the home of Churchill Downs, the Kentucky Derby, which is the longest continually running sports event in the U.S. It's been going yearly since 1875. A couple of graves here that I'm going to go to. Some of the most significant gentlemen in history are buried there. I'll let you know who they were when I get there. But yeah, it's a beautiful city so far. Of course, it's famous for the Louisville Slugger, the baseball bat. I've already shown you the giant bat that they have here in downtown. I'm in between two of the tallest buildings here in the city. Just going to show you what I'm looking at. I am heading in this direction because it looks like there is a lot of interesting historical buildings this way. One of the things I love about going into downtowns is seeing the odd little shops. Derby City Tobacco and Liquor. Isn't that cool? You don't see this kind of stuff out in the suburbs. I have people who are asking me when I go to cities, you're just showing the ugly downtown. You know, in the cities that have ugly downtowns. You should come out in the suburbs where it's nice. Now, the reason I don't do that is because suburbs are all the same and they're boring. You don't see shops like that in the suburbs. Rarely, anyway. Mostly you just see Taco Bells and Walmarts, that kind of thing. Boring. Nobody wants to see that. I like seeing things like this. I don't know what it is, but clearly a building of some significance. I'll try to find out. All right, I looked it up. It's the Louisville Metro Hall. So there you go. This is the Kentucky Home Life building, built in 1912. See, look at all this incredible workmanship. You don't see that in buildings built today. All right, I am in the Bourbon District of Louisville. Kentucky bourbon being the standard for the rest of the world. Right next to what I believe is the tallest building. Said something about that earlier, not sure. Get you a quick look here. There's that Kentucky building, but with all the detail that I showed you just a second ago. Right next to a boring building, it looks like a box. But I want to head up this way because it looks like there's some interesting stuff. A couple of big hotels, ones that I can't afford. But yeah, this looks like quite an area up here, so I'm going to go up. All right, I am on 4th Street, which here in this city is their version of, you know, 6th Street in Austin, perhaps, Broadway in Nashville, Beale in Memphis, Bourbon Street in New Orleans. It's their party street. I'm walking up to what, the entrance, and it looks like it's closed off for traffic. It's a pedestrian area only, so that's pretty nifty. Yeah, 4th Street Live. They've got a, what is this? A covering over this part of the street. Reminds you of a little bitty Fremont Street in Las Vegas. Obviously a place for live music to play out on the streets. Underneath this big awning is what looks like a really old classic building. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's not gigantic like the one in Las Vegas, but it's a pretty neat thing that you can come in here and watch live music and not get rained on. Still here on 4th Street. This is the Stark Building, built in 1889. It's boarded up. Not sure what's going on here, because clearly this is prime real estate in this city. WFPL-FM. Another old, beautiful building. It's got kind of a interesting sign here. But another couple doors down. This is what I really came to see. That is amazing. Look how beautiful that is. I don't know if you can see that. Palace Theater. Let me zoom in. Fortunately, the sun is on the other side of it. There we go. Yeah, that's incredible. You don't see anything built like this anymore. Oh, lost it. There we go. Huh. Yeah. That's really incredible. Wow, look at this. I don't know what this is. I think it used to be a theater, a very old one. But this is all that's left of it, because that is a newer parking lot. But they just left this small section of the theater. But it doesn't look like anything's being done with it. Clearly nothing is being done with it. You can see the paint peeling on the inside. But this is pretty phenomenal. Yeah, clearly this is an old theater. But it's just a little bitty building now, with some cool murals painted on it. Huh. I get wanting to save a piece of history like this, but nothing's being done with it. Look, you can see a doorway up there. Clearly the majority of the building was cut away, if you will. And they just left this part. Look, there's a little hole here. I'm going to take a look, see what's in there. Nothing really. Of course, boring parking garage. Need them, obviously, but next to this beautiful old building. I'm kind of on the edge of downtown now. I want to head back in, but just wanted to see this. Another look at this Palace Theater from across the street. I mean, that's art. Absolutely. That is art. Look at that. Louisville is an unheralded treasure trove of beautiful old buildings. Now, this one's empty, but I gotta tell you, if I had some money, I would buy that. Make it a bar, live music. How cool would that be? Beautiful old church, ringing in the half hour, I guess. It's what, 12:30, and you can't miss this beautiful mural Her name is Henrietta Helm, first black student in Louisville, Kentucky, and celebrated teacher, I believe in the late 1800s. So she is honored with a mural on the side of this building, which is beautiful. I'm going to go over there in a second. Right next to these Kentucky towers, which look pretty amazing as well. As does this church. Just so you know, I've been walking down Muhammad Ali Boulevard. Most likely the most famous native of Louisville, and very deserving of his own street here downtown. That is the building with the mural. Again, beautiful. I wish we could see it better, but the sun is just not on the right side of the sky. This is the old Portland building. Yeah, I want it. It's empty right now. It's just, used to have a Subway, but it's closed, obviously. But I could find some use for that. If I was a millionaire and could afford to buy it, I totally would. Alright, I'm in Cave Hill Cemetery here in Louisville. There are two gentlemen here that are among the most well-known in history. One of them is Muhammad Ali, and this is where he is buried. His grave faces east in respect to his religion. He was Muslim. He was born here in Louisville, the greatest of all time. The self-proclaimed greatest of all time, but in his case, he backed it up, didn't he? So cool, there it is. The gravesite of Muhammad Ali. Alright, if you remember, I said that there were two world-famous men buried here at this Cave Hill Cemetery. One of them, Muhammad Ali, obviously, who I just saw. The other, Colonel Sanders. The guy behind the 11 Herbs and Spices. One of the most famous men in the world. And it may surprise you to know that the first Kentucky Fried Chicken was not in Kentucky. It was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where I just was a few weeks ago. But yep, this is where Colonel Harlan Sanders is buried. About a mile from Muhammad Ali in the very same cemetery. So there it is. I don't know why I have such a morbid fascination for gravesites. Maybe that's because these people I kind of idolize. It's the closest I'll ever get to them, but I do love me some KFC chicken. What can I say? Okay, our time in Louisville, Kentucky is over. So we are going to review the hotel. We stayed at the Drury, our favorite hotel chain.
Yes.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it was pretty much all good for the most part. You know, the gym was good. It was sufficient, you know. The food was good, and the room was clean.
Yeah, this hotel chain is the best. I mean, it's consistent. It's the only hotel chain that is pretty much going to be exactly the same wherever you go. This one's, as usual, great hot tub, heated pool, strong Wi-Fi, a full breakfast every morning. And I'm talking eggs and sausage and potatoes and biscuits and gravy, cereal, waffles. But they also give you dinner at night. You know, meatballs with mashed potatoes, they give you salad fixins, they give you nacho fixins, stuff to make hot dogs. God, what's some of the other stuff they have? Barbecued pork.
Oh yeah.
Baked potatoes.
And they give you like an Alfredo pasta with grilled chicken.
Yeah. So when you stay at a Drury, not only are they feeding you at in the morning, but they're feeding you at night with 3 drinks. Well, they're not free, they're included with the price, but you know, you can't beat it. And it's priced basically like a Holiday Inn. So
yeah,
just if you're going out on the road and you're going to spend 100 to 130 a night, all I can tell you guys, stay at a Drury. It's better than anybody else. So anyway, what's your rating?
Oh, okay. 4.5.
See, I mean, this is the standard to me, but it's just below the one in Richardson in Dallas that we stay at, so I'm gonna do 4.9.
Okay.
All right, so we're heading to West Virginia, the capital city of Charleston, next. Be looking for that video.
Bye.